Did Pudgy Penguins really just rug everyone? This morning at 8 a.m., Pudgy Penguins launched their PENGU coin, and if you weren't in the airdrop, it looks like you pretty much got screwed over in the price. Price absolutely crashed in just a few short hours, and it's just not looking good overall for Pudgy Penguins, guys, in this PENGU coin. So we're going to be covering all the aftermath in this video. So without further ado, let's hop into it. All right, so Pudgy Penguins, if you're not familiar, last NFT run about 2 years ago now was pretty much one of the biggest NFT projects out there. Even right now, the floor price is trading about 15 ETH, which is good money, right? Solid worth right there, right? Market cap is 544 million, and yeah, they just went with the whole penguin theme. People loved it, right? It was a big craze, right? And still pretty valuable to this day. So they decided to launch their own coin, of course, and coming into 2025 bull run where the crypto is headed right now, it seems like a solid project to get your hands on, right? Of course, them being a actual a solid project and solid team, and something with good backing and that's been shown reliable in the past with their other successful NFT project, right? It only makes sense that it's grown this much and has this much hype around it. So the people who own the NFT, obviously they got an early airdrop, right? They could get their hands on the PENGU coin themselves at first hand, right? So if you weren't part of the airdrop, there was this, by the way, is their founder Luca Netz, who gave a little tutorial, rundown on how you could get in on PENGU coin right before its official, like 8 a.m. Was their launch date actually. So that was this morning, and yeah, he gave a little rundown. Obviously 1.5 million views, a lot of eyeballs on this project, right? And kind of gave a little rundown and explained exactly how to go ahead and get your hands on Pudgy Penguin, right? The coin. So it was pretty much on Jupiter Swap right here, and yeah, if you got in early, you probably are not happy right now, because even looking at the price action, it right at 8 a.m. pumped. Obviously, that's typical for these bigger projects, right? Who do airdrops and are backed at this scale. So price obviously was huge, about 7 cents right there trading, and of course just plummeted, right? So we saw a few bit of spikes, and now it just past few hours just kind of went way down. 3 cents currently right now at $2.7 billion market cap, which is nowhere near where it was when at the time of launch. So it's pretty crazy to see. A lot of people are not happy about this. We'll see the community's feedback once we go back on Twitter. But just taking a look at this chart, like it seems like a lot of people, there was a lot of hype, and people got in, especially the airdrop holders, right? When they got their hands on this, it seems like they just kind of sold at the top. Obviously that it's typical with these type of projects. When they launch, they're going to be high, and it just makes sense for it to drop. But this is just crazy. In just a matter of a couple of hours, right? We're trading at 3 cents compared to 7, right? So doesn't seem like it's the absolute end for PENGU coin, but it is pretty disappointing. Pretty, it's just for the people who are hopeful on this, trying to double or 5x, even 10x their money on PENGU. It was not a good look, right? So looking over at the community, what people are saying, like this person right here, somebody bought PENGU at 14 trillion market cap, turning his 10k to $5 in seconds. Oh my god, that's just truly unlucky. Brutal, right? So even looking at the sentiment of what people are saying, community is going through this. A lot of people got their airdrop and doing giveaways now, leveraging this for their Twitter page, which is typical, of course, in the memecoin space. But yeah, there was a podcast that dropped with Luca Netz, the same guy, the owner of Pudgy Penguins, and he kind of gives a little rundown. It's good to see there's a face. Of course, we know Pudgy Penguins is like their legit project, but it's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate. A lot of people saying this is a rug. Oh, what's going on? We haven't seen such a huge drop like this. It's not typical for big projects to have a crazy drop. Of course, a little bit drop is common, but people are definitely losing faith. I don't think this is the end, just because of the legitimacy of Pudgy Penguins, but it's interesting, right? It's interesting to see where things will go, because if you get it now, like a 3%, like $2.7 billion market cap, it's still something where you can kind of get that 4, 5, 6, 10x even, right? If it does get up to $10 billion market cap, which, honestly, Pudgy Penguins, like, they're a legit project. They can hit that $10 billion market cap, right? If this gets around $2 billion market cap, honestly, it's not a bad idea. I'm probably going to put in some few $100 myself and just, play around with it. But yeah, I'm happy myself. I didn't end up going in at the 8 a.m. Once they launched, right? Because I remember seeing the tweet and I was like, okay, I can get in on Jupiter, right? And get some swap some soul for PENGU, right? Get in on it. And guys, this is a similar story to what happened with APE coin, right? It's a very similar situation where they launched a coin. Obviously, airdrop holders got first grabs, right? And price spiked all the way up to what, $23 compared to what it's at right now, which is under like 70 cents, which is insane, right? And a lot of those airdrop holders, they get their hands on them and they have all this, right? All the coin, and they just want to dump it, right? Just sell. And the people who buy afterwards are pretty much screwed over. So that's kind of what it's looking like. Obviously, ApeCoin, we know it's a huge project, right? It's backed by a large NFT collection, Bored Apes, right? So it's a similar situation where it's like, we know the founder, like they're not gonna rug, right? They're too big. But it does feel that way. It does give that same sentiment. It gives that same feeling of, oh man, you get in early, right? And you try to look to make a bag, and it just doesn't end up working out. Price just tanks like crazy. And, even market cap wise, like 6.74 billion at the peak compared to 500. What is it at? Like 1 billion now, right? So if you are still looking to get in on PENGU, you are bullish on it, like, it just makes sense to just keep seeing where it's at, right? Monitor the charts, look at where it's at, where if you want to get in, at least throw in a few $100, something you're willing to lose, obviously around that $1 to $2 billion market cap range, then by all means, go ahead, right? And see if it pumps, right? Because we'll have to see. PENGU, like, they're legit. They're definitely not scammers, right? We know the founder. There's a huge community behind it, and we'll just have to see it, right? So this podcast is definitely interesting. If you guys do want to check it out, it'll give you a better idea of the founder, the team, what they got going on, definitely. But yeah, that's pretty much just a little rundown of what pretty much happened in the aftermath and where people are headed afterwards, because it's definitely something that's it's nothing new, right? We've seen this before, but the whole thing is to learn your lesson, right? So yeah, that pretty much does it for the recent updates and shenanigans that have been going on with PENGU. I'll definitely be keeping you guys up to date with more news and more price action in the future on this project. But for now, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.